Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we are having episode 21 of the Western Roman Empire campaign in Barbarian Invasion, and last time we suffered a stinging defeat against the Sassanids. However, as a consolidation, we conquered Constantinople, and at the moment we are in pretty good position to assault Ephesus, where the defenses are actually quite light. And of course we could try to push towards Ankara from Constantinople, but let's see if we could get an army already to Ephesus. So at least we can get the general to the land, and let's begin the siege with such an equipment that we can conquer the city next turn. And I think Athens could benefit from a couple of troops. And since we are having money, I think we need to check these problematic cities. Okay, this army here is going to be retrained. And the sad thing was that while we weakened the garrison in Antioch, it then rebelled and flipped to Eastern Roman Empire, and of course the defenses there are quite a bit more difficult than they were. And here near Palmyra, I think we have at least next turn option to strike, likely. So let's see about that. Maybe we should bring in some more reinforcements, just in case. And I think we managed to capture Campus Yasuges, and from there I think we should move against Colonia Dacia pretty soon. So let's see if we can improve our financial situation with some buildings. I guess especially in Spain, if they also boost public order. What about the ship right here? Decent. Highways, about as good as those, but I think we could get something more beneficial. For example, in here, even though it's building already, and maybe Ludus Manga in Tingi will do us some good. And that was actually almost all of our money. Maybe public baths here. And Londinium is having plague. Karalis as well, which is a bit sad. And actually in one comment I promised to build roads here. I don't think it will increase trade, but let's see. And maybe in Rome we should continue the production of units. And actually, as last few battles have proved, those legionary first cohorts will be quite handy, at least in some points. So, Sassanids are charging. I think the battle should be quite easy. I'm not certain. Do we want actually to go back to this city square? So the enemy has this sap point here. So maybe some infantry here will be able to hold them back. And maybe some archers on the wall as well. And let's see about other units. I don't want to take damage from that siege tower there. So because of that, we will keep these guys somewhere in the back until the siege tower has found its place. And I think we can start. Okay, so these guys are able to shoot already. Nice. Actually, we might have been able to prevent the enemy from using that zapping point if we had all of our archers here. And at least the siege tower was unable to shoot at us, and it seems our archers were able to do some damage there. And I think we can bring in the Plumbatari to the walls. And maybe the archers can come a bit closer here as well. Okay, and there seems to be a bug here. So the life of the enemy seems to be quite difficult. And actually what... Oh! So actually our units will take damage from so I guess those javelin men are firing missiles at us, or the archers. I think it's time to return the favor. Actually, I think I should have stayed in the city center. The casualties are quite a bit higher than expected. Apparently, a tower is unable to shoot there. So let's bring in some archers to finish the job. Okay, seems those guys are fleeing. these guys are still eager to get into the fight. So let's bring in the archers this way. And let's hope that the general's unit will break soon here. And actually the enemy troops here are performing quite well.
The gods be praised. This is a heroic.
Not so heroic as I would have liked. So, what's the lesson here? Don't man the walls even in easier battles. Okay, and it seems the Eastern Romans are hunting our troop transport. And we lost a family member, but that's of no consequence, at least for now. And Salona has a new family member. Maybe we could bring him to Kydonia. Let's see about the army here. I think that at least some of these units can be sent to Sirmium to be retrained. And maybe we could take majority of the army with us to besiege Campus Deikia. And here I think a Byreme will do, so that we can get across. And this army here needs to receive other transportation to here, and I think it's time to besiege Antioch. We need to leave a couple of units to guard Sidon. So maybe we can take these with us. And let's bring in the ballistas to help soon. I think cavalry is more useful there than here. And because of that Sassanid army, I think we will need some additional defenses in Sidon, just in case. Okay, so no ballistas available there. I want to keep the general separated from the army because his loyalty is non-existent. And I think we could benefit from a couple of fighting units in this area. And then let's see. I think the attack should be successful here, and I will dare to auto-resolve. Excellent, Ephesus is ours. We got a nice amount of money as well. And the mines here are actually quite good. So let's retrain the troops and start making some new ones. And I think they can join the forces, or at least some of these forces here can join the army from Constantinople to besiege Ankara. And Alexandria does not need that much games. And let's check the cities. So Cordoba is constructing. Augusta Treverorum. Maybe we can build a church there. Burdigala is constructing. Alexandria is constructing. Salamis. Maybe Academy there would be beneficial. Tarsus is about to rebel. Fortunately, it's besieged, so there shouldn't be any problems. And then let's see about how to boost the trade, and actually in some of these cities the population growth as well. So the market here won't do anything. No need to build anything there. What about Carnuntum? There neither. Aquingum. Maybe Academy could be beneficial there. Sirmium. Maybe highways. They will boost the trade a bit. Thessalonica is building. Athens is building. Constantinople. It will grow quite a lot. What about Ludus Magna? There is somewhat corruption there, so maybe it will be a decent building. What about other cities here? Salamantica. Maybe we can afford to build land clearance there. It will bring some more money, at least. Lepsis Manga. What about shipwright? It's interesting that it doesn't bring any benefits. And Syracuse. Let's build an academy to keep up the public order. And maybe we should leave some small amount of money as reserve if there will be a larger need. So, or rather, maybe we can cancel the construction then in that case. Choices. What's about dockyard here? Okay, let's build it. And I think we should make some kind of police force army to hunt down these brigands all across the empire. So Sassanids are offering trade rights. Let's accept. And it seems they broke the agreement there. And we are having to face 2 enemy armies, it seems. And of course it would have been more beneficial to have the general with the army. But I think at least the terrain is favoring us here. And the army actually is pretty decent here. So let's utilize these Pugellari here And then we have these horse archers to harass the enemy.
Reinforcements have arrived, but are they in time to take
And it seems our general will be commanded by AI. I think I checked the box, or rather unchecked it, that I want to personally command him, but the game has some own ideas about that. Okay, the archers are about to fire at us. Some Legio Lanciaries running towards us, I think. Well, because of the lack of loyalty, the general here isn't that good. So in the best case scenario, he will flee, and even if he dies, that's not too big of a loss, I think. Because his loyalty or lack of it. And he's at least taking out some of the enemy units. It seems the enemy here is trying to flank us. So let's change the orientation of at least some of our army. And it seems these Equites Auxilia are going down. And then I think we should try to harass that enemy general. That bodyguard is the most dangerous unit by far in the enemy army. So if we are able to cause some decent damage to it, it will be very beneficial for us, considering the second half of this battle. It seems the enemy army here is a bit undecided whether to attack or not. But let's make the decision a bit easier for them. Okay, and it seems our allies have joined the battle. Okay, and I guess it's time for you to turn around. The archers likely won't mess around there.
The enemy general is dead. His men know their doom approaches.
And actually it seems we are shooting our own cavalry at the moment. And let's try to take down these archers. It shouldn't be too difficult. And this far they have suffered all the casualties, while we are doing rather okay. Some casualties for us, it seems, as well. And now they are breaking. So let's take care of these horse archers next. And well, that was a bit embarrassing.
They have no more stomach for this fight.
A peasant took down the allied general. And now the real battle is about to begin. So the cavalry here on this flank. And actually those horse archers managed to beat us. Or rather our archers. And the enemy general has taken a decent amount of damage. That's good news. More than decent amount of damage.
Disgraces all Romans. He runs like an effeminate Greek.
Some little jab to the Greeks, it seems. And it's time to hit the enemies with everything we have and chase them away. Especially I would like to take care of that enemy general. So these guys can pursue them, while the camel mercenaries can try to attack some other units. And apparently those comitatenses managed to ambush our cavalry, but let's see if we could take down the enemy general here. Okay, excellent.
Caesar is dead. No honest Roman will weep, even though he was a countryman.
So the enemy has some peasants and some comitatenses. And here it's imperative to try to take down the whole enemy army. Because once again, it will make capturing the city easier if we do not capture the city right away. And are there still some enemies around? That are not fleeing. Well, I guess that guy can give the archers some target practice. Then there are some horse archers. Okay, they are fleeing. And
The enemy's hearts are full
they
of fear,
managed to
now they
flee towards our cavalry, and I don't think we will catch them, so let's end the battle. A nice victory, even though the general managed to get himself killed. And Petra is ours. Okay, it seems... Was it Decimus the Philosopher has died? And we lost the Diplomat as well. And it seems Cordoba has finished Aqueduct. And some other buildings have been completed as well. Let's see about Petra. Let's repair. Let's make Arena. Retrain some of the units and make some more units. And I think the majority of the army will head east. So basically all of the mercenaries, heavy infantries, and majority of the archers as well. The public order here is decent, so maybe we will send one other unit of archers as well. And let's see the siege of Antioch. Oh. Ouch. I mean, they got quite a decent army as the city rebelled there. So let's bring in some reinforcements there and actually train some more units before those peasants. And in Salamis, let's retrain the ship. Bring the troops there close by, and this fleet can pick them up pretty soon. And I guess from here, at least the mercenaries can head out towards Angora. And from here, most of the army as well. And maybe we would need a general to lead them. For example, this guy. And let's besiege Colonia Dacia. Let's have the mercenaries from there to bolster our ranks and most of all to keep them from the enemy. And then we had some buildings finishing, for example, in Cordoba. What about the dockyards? No benefit. Ludus Manga, Abbey, Christian Basilica. Maybe we'll go with Amphitheater first. And we are going to need some games at least in Tingi. Okay, we are building. And it seems the plague has abated here. So let's build Academy in order to improve the general. And actually we could increase the public order as well. And in Londinium the plague has abated as well. And it seems we actually lost a family member. Let's build public baths to increase public order and also lower the chances of next plague. And I think we have a turn here. So Sidon is besieged. Anastasius Titus is born. Maybe we can send him to Samaropriva or to Londinium. And let's see about mines in Ephesus. Maybe Academy here could do some good. And what about Alexandria? Let's build an abbey, and I think we need to have monthly games. Porticala, public baths. Let's make a monastery. Oh, by the way, how do these larger... Okay. The walls there won't provide any benefits. And Petra seems to be doing okay. The army is marching there. Maybe I should be a bit worried about that city. Actually, I think we need to train some reinforcements to there. And the siege of Tarsus has been lifted. And it seems we have some retraining to do. And I'm not certain that we want to build archers, but a more plum battery. And the armies here are ready to merge. And we are ready to start the siege of Ankara. And these guys should be retrained as well. And now Athens as a governor too. So the situation is looking at least decent. We can end the turn. Unfortunately, the higher tier buildings are very expensive, so maintaining public order in the huge cities is very expensive. And it seems the siege of Sidon has been lifted. Good news. And maybe we should build maybe a scriptorium, because the corruption is quite high here. And the army from here will be sent to Tarsus. And siege will begin here. And Constantinople, it seems, will require some additional troops. And Campus Yasukes could build improved mines, and actually they will bring quite a lot of money, so let's build them. Even though there is a risk that some Hunnic army, for instance, will capture it when the Huns do arrive. And why is the public order so low in Londinium? I think we need to lower the taxes a bit. Let's retrain the peasants there. And Tingi, once again, problematic. But let's hope it will hold. Hopefully there are some Sassanid rebels somewhere causing problems for them. I think we need to move some of the Plumbatari to Philadelphia, in case this army decides to move against it. And let's bring in the cavalry to Jerusalem. And I think we have a turn. And it seems the Eastern Roman Navy is still strong, even if the Crowned Army is taking quite a beating. I think we can send this guy to be a governor, for example, in... I don't know. Maybe Thessalonica. And it might actually be wise... Oh, let's build mines here. To send the army units to somewhere else from here. So let's train some peasants, raise taxes a bit, and send 2 units to Campus Yasuges, or maybe to support the army there. And let's wait a bit before deciding what to do with the other units. Here maybe Academy will be beneficial to improve public order and lower the corruption costs. In Salamis, let's build sewers and some peasants. And yes, the Sassanid army is here. So it's maybe a good thing that the army arrived here, because now they can reinforce Jerusalem, and we can send some reinforcements to Philadelphia. And this army here will march forwards. And Tarsus still has some problems. Maybe Academy. And some more troops. I'm afraid the Eastern Rome will besiege it soon. And these sieges here are going quite okay. I think we don't need to be overtly aggressive against these cities. So let's play it safe and sound. Okay, that's quite a large of Sassanid army in the middle of nowhere, quite experienced as well. These Clibinaries will be problematic. Total defenses 29, while our Plumbatory have... Well, let's see soon. But I think we need to fight this battle. Otherwise the whole aggressive move has been for vain. And at least the terrain here is not against us, so our Plumbatory have defense of 27. Okay. And it seems we have even 2 camel riders with us. I think the majority of the cavalry, well, there is not that big of a majority to put on the other flank, but at least these guys can defend, or be a rather backup towards which the Bucellari can withdraw, and the mercenary Hippotoxotai know what to do, and if they can take down these, at least some of these armored camel mercenaries, that would be excellent. Or if they can tire them out, that will be excellent as well. I guess it were these guys that prevented us from capturing Antioch the last time. Or in the last episode, or was it in the episode before that? So there is nothing nicer than to shoot them in the back and cause some casualties to them. Other unit which we might try to attack from behind are those Clipinari. And from time to time it seems at least one camel rider is dropping. Okay. And it seems they got enough of harassment here. And of course, if we can get them to tire themselves and be absent from the battle while it is joined, that's excellent for us. And it seems the battle is about to begin. I think you guys were supposed to pull back. Okay. Quite embarrassing for the enemy general. So if we actually manage to kill him, we don't have to worry about this unit anymore. But I think it's time to pull back the cavalry. And it seems our mercenary Hippotoxotai ended up fighting a melee against enemy armored cavalry. Not the wisest thing to do.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
So, there were some camel riders, apparently. And is it so that the enemy is fleeing altogether? So I think it's time to give pursuit. Because I think the survivors will reinforce the defenses of the city we want to capture. So it's imperative to take down as many of the enemies as possible.
The gods be praised. The enemy's hearts are full of fear and
Okay, a very nice victory. Hopefully we can get a new general as a man of the hour. Apparently not. And where exactly did that army come from? So Syracuse is growing, and let's actually now see if we construct paved road in Karalis, will it increase trade? Apparently not. So let's go with arena and some extra peasants to keep up the public order. Sassanids and Sarmatians have forged an alliance. Fortunately, those Sarmatians are not at war with us, at least yet. The garrisons in Ancyra and in Antioch are taking some attrition. Excellent. And now we can begin the siege of Dumatha. It shouldn't last too long. Let's besiege it for 3 turns, and I guess then we will attack it rather than let the enemy to sally forth. And okay, this guy was heading to somewhere. Maybe Kanund. And I think that's everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You may also turn on notifications so you will be informed whenever a new episode is released. And you can also post comments about tactics or strategies I use. Post some questions. I will try to answer those to the best of my ability. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.